learned so much about the digital space here in China, and I'm really excited to bring some of these takeaways to my full-time work. Example, the Ant Group, or even some of the manufacturing companies we went to. The core thesis of their, drive for profit or anything, it's underpinned by we need to be environmentally friendly. We are only doing enough business to make the world net positive. And that is just such an interesting takeaway because I don't necessarily think it's prioritized in the first conversations when it comes to digital companies in the United States. So I really want to learn and think about and process after this trip how I can bring this insight of, there is a world where economic growth and green tech coalesce and operate together in a beneficial way.
One of my goals was to understand how seriously China takes its sustainability and kind of where it's going, because I learned a lot about how China is a world power in energy. People think of China as not being sustainable because they produce and consume the most emissions, when in fact, when the government takes things like climate change seriously, things are getting done and things are being regulated, and if the factory is not meeting the regulations, it can't be in business.
One of my favorite experience of China was going to the rural county of Ningxian and experiencing the people. It was steeped in natural beauty, and the people are some of the most welcoming and hospitable that I've ever met. We were toured through the local area. We met with an early childhood development clinic, and we got to meet very young children that were being educated in this clinic. And first of all, they're absolutely adorable, but to see the work that goes into that, and to see the relative change that it can make in someone's life was really impactful.
I got to talk with the current U.S. ambassador, and he really recommended that I do programs like Schwarzman, and I think this trip made me more certain that I do want to do something in the future with U.S.-China relations. I think that was really good to see, because I think a lot of my classes that I've taken at Stanford have been more theoretical based, and I think it's very hard to see a future career when Stanford is so far distanced from China. Even though there are a lot of China centers, it's very different to be in country. So I think I definitely feel more certain about probably going to law school, but then doing something related to U.S.-China affairs.
This trip has fundamentally reshaped my global perspective. I think for the last 4 or 5 years, ever since I graduated high school in 2020, I've been fed stories about this country, and I've been made to perceive it in a certain way. And I think fundamentally that this trip has altered that perception in a way that's constructive, in a way that's helping me think more critically about the information that's being fed to me. And I'm grateful for the food, for the culture, for the people.